Hello everybody. Today I'm going to present you how to prepare some a nice and delicious dinner for that special person in your life. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to present you with some shrimp. And for that this is what we're going to need. We're going to need 2 pounds of the big shrimp. I think it's like 24 per pound, but it's the big one. And what we're going to do, we're going to take off, we're going to peel it off, cut it up and clean it from the inside. And we're just going to leave the tail. Why we're leaving the tail? So that way we can handle it. And what that's going to be, is going to use some butter, quarter of butter, some pepper, and some garlic salt, and some garlic powder. That's going to be for the shrimp. Now, we're going to have some a side on it, which is going to be, the vegetables, frozen vegetables, which has green beans, carrots, and peas. For that, we're going to use mayonnaise, butter, and pepper, and some garlic salt. Also, that's going to be on the side. To prepare this dish, we're going to need a cup of rice. Make sure there's the original rice. Like if you're in the United States, you could use the Mahama. Mahama is the best. And then we're going to use a little bit of oil and some knorrsuiza. So the first thing we're going to do on this, we're going to marinate the shrimp, and for that we're going to use half a quart of butter. Then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic salt, and then we're just going to take it to the microwave, melt it. You can also do this on a small pan and put it on the stove, but in this case I decided to put it on the wave. We're also going to use a teaspoon of garlic powder. What we do, we mix it all together. This is going to be our marination for the shrimp, and then we pour it on the container to cover it up. Once we cover it all up, then we mix it so that way all the shrimp will get a equal marinade, and then we just leave it there for about a half an hour. Meanwhile, we go and do the sides. We're going to start with the rice. So I already have my oil here, which I did is like 3 teaspoons of cooking oil, which I heated. Once it's hot, I put in the rice, and I keep stirring it. Why do I stir it? So that way it will get cook evenly, and it won't get stick the pan. Now keep stirring it. That way it will be stirred evenly. And then once you see it that changes color, a little bit brown, and you're gonna hear it on the sound when you lift it and just drop it off. Once you have it toasted or roasted, then we're gonna pour in 2 cups of pure water, and we mix it. After that, we can put in our 1 teaspoon of knorrsuiza de pollo. Some people knows it as consomé de pollo. Then once we stir it again, and we blow down our flame of our stove to halfway down, and then we just cover it up and just let it cook. So now we're going to go with the other side, which is the vegetables. And for that, I heated up my pan, and then I put in 3 teaspoons of mayonnaise, what we're going to do, we're going to stir it until it melts down. Once it gets melted, then we're going to add our ground pepper, 1 teaspoon of ground pepper, and 1 teaspoon of garlic salt. After that, what we're going to do, we're going to add a half of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Once we put out our seasoning or our ingredients, then we just mix it with the mayonnaise, and then we're going to put in 3 tablespoons of butter so that it will melt and mix up with the ingredients. So then we put in our vegetables. In this case, I used a 24-ounce bag of frozen vegetables. So once it gets melted, then we put the vegetables on, we stir it a little bit, and after 30 minutes, it's ready. So we proceed to check our rice, and it's already done after 30 minutes. Then what I'm going to do now is going to be put in a pot on the stove so it gets warm up, and we're going to use our shrimp. Usually I go with 1 by 1, so that way they can cook evenly. And also what you can do, you can just put in with a scoop, put them in there, enough, that'll be enough room in there to fix them up and turn them around. But they have to be on the side, that way they get cooked evenly, and that gets roasted on both sides. Once we have it all fixed up on the side, we cover them up with a lid for 2 minutes. That way, the steam that is going to be coming out is going to cook us the inside of the shrimp. So that way, when we take it out, the roasted is going to be on both sides. And then we take off the lid so we can uncover it, and then we flip it 1 by 1 until we get them all done, so that we can they can get roasted on both sides. Once it's done like that, then we can proceed to mix them up so that we can get all the flavors, see the flavor that we have in there, all the seasonings that's going to get stuck to it, and that's what's going to give us a real good flavor for our shrimp. And they'll be done in about 10-15 minutes at the most. By that time, we proceed to decorate our plate, which is we're going to do in this case in the shape of a heart. So here we have it, in the shape of a heart, for that special occasion with your loving one. And if I did it in this case in the shape of a heart, is because we can always treat our partner with love. Give him a rose, give him a whole pot of roses like the ones I have over here. I always keep flowers for my wife. You can do it for your girlfriend, your partner, or your husband, whatever. It doesn't really matter, because what matters is the love. So if you like this video, I invite you to subscribe and to share me with other people, and that way I can keep giving you some more recipes. Like I always say on my videos, cuando se cocina con amor, todo tiene un mejor sabor. Which means when you cook with love, you always get a better flavor. So Hope you enjoyed this.